The sun hung low in the sky, casting a golden glow over the city streets. Lena pedaled furiously, her heart pounding not just from exertion but from the weight of hope pressing against her chest. Today was her chance, a job interview at a prestigious marketing firm, the kind of opportunity she had spent months chasing. If she could land this position, she could finally move her mother into a better apartment, pay off the medical bills that had been piling up, and regain the dignity that had been slowly slipping away. Her bicycle was old, a second-hand relic she had repaired herself, its chain rattling with each determined push. She had considered taking the bus, but money was tight, and every dollar counted. So here she was, weaving through traffic, gripping the handlebars with raw determination. The wind tugged at the loose strands of her ponytail as she focused on the road ahead. At a red light, Lena stopped, wiping the sweat from her brow. She glanced at the reflection of herself in a store window, her best blazer slightly worn, the sleeves a tad too short, but it would have to do. She adjusted her posture, summoning confidence from within. Just as the light turned green, she felt it, a sharp, sudden pull. Her bike lurched sideways, the back tire skidding against the pavement. A sleek black car had stopped abruptly beside her, just inches away. The driver, a sharply dressed man in his early 30s, leaped out, concern flashing across his chiseled features. "Are you okay?" he asked, his voice deep with genuine worry. Lena steadied herself, brushing off her skirt. "I'm fine, really. Just a close call." The man exhaled in relief. "I'm so sorry, I didn't see you in time. Let me help." He extended a hand, but she shook her head, determined to stand on her own. She didn't recognize him, but he recognized something in her, the quiet fire in her eyes, the grit in her stance. There was something captivating about the way she carried herself, despite what he could tell was a tough situation. "I'm Daniel," he said, his gaze lingering. "Lena," she replied, glancing at her watch. Panic flickered in her eyes. "I really have to go. I have an interview in 10 minutes. Daniel hesitated, then gestured to his car. "Let me drive you. You'll never make it on time otherwise." She hesitated. Accepting a ride from a stranger went against every lesson she had learned growing up, but desperation outweighed caution. "All right," she said, swallowing her pride. Inside the luxury car, the contrast to her world was stark. The leather seats, the faint scent of cologne and success. It felt like stepping into another life. She folded her hands tightly, grounding herself. "Where's your interview?" Daniel asked, navigating the streets smoothly. "Madison and Company Marketing," she said, not noticing the slight flicker in his expression. His lips twitched as if suppressing a smile. "Impressive. Big firm. You must be good." "I'll try," she said, biting back nerves. Moments later, they arrived in front of the towering glass building. Lena scrambled out, turning back to him. "Thank you, Daniel. I really appreciate this." "Good luck, Lena," he said, watching her rush inside. As soon as she disappeared through the doors, he pulled out his phone and made a call. "Tell HR to bump Lena Carter's interview slot, and let me know how it goes." The receptionist ushered Lena in, leading her to an expansive conference room where 3 executives sat reviewing her resume. The interview began, and Lena, still catching her breath, answered each question with poise. She spoke of her passion, her resilience, her ability to adapt. But as the panel exchanged glances, she knew the odds weren't in her favor. "We appreciate your time, Lena," one of them said finally, closing the folder. "We'll be in touch." Lena's stomach sank. The polite dismissal was all too familiar. She forced a smile and nodded. As she left the room, she bumped straight into Daniel. "You again?" she asked, startled. He chuckled. I work here. Realization dawned. Wait, you, Daniel Maddox, CEO of Madison and Company, he said, watching her reaction. She gaped. You own this company? I do. And I was in your interview, listening from the next room. His expression softened. You don't just have potential, Lena. You have the kind of spirit we need, the kind of resilience that can't be taught. Her heart pounded. Does that mean you're hired? Tears welled in her eyes, but she blinked them back, exhaling in disbelief. I don't know what to say. Say you'll take the job, he said simply. A shaky laugh escaped her. I will. As she stepped out of the building, her heart felt lighter than it had in years. She had ridden her bike to an interview, unaware that fate had planned something bigger. Daniel watched her go, a small smile tugging at his lips. He had seen many resumes, many candidates, but few people carried the kind of fire Lena did, and he had fallen, not just for her story, but for the undeniable force of who she was. Sometimes, life has a way of putting the right people in your path, even if it took a near collision to make it happen. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring content. Let us know in the comments. Have you ever had a life-changing moment like this?